courtship is like, that point where this guy has said, okay, we are going to be married. I'm going to marry you. Then he pops the question. Then he puts a ring on it.
Okay.
Well, it's not everybody who puts a ring on it, right?
But he should put a ring on it.
I mean...
ideally, he should. I think from the moment where he tells you, I would like you to be my wife.
Okay.
Please, will you marry me?
Okay.
I think from then on, that's courtship.
So
trying to say once a ring is involved, you're in courtship.
I think so.
And that's only when you get to be in courtship.
Do you know why I'm saying this? Because a lot of women, a lot of girls like yourself and me, we just assume that when this guy is serious, he takes me out for shawarma on Friday, Saturday he's at my house, the whole of Sunday he's in my house. I mean, you kind of tend to think, okay, this is moving on from regular boyfriend to something pretty serious. And we assume. And in the guy's mind, he's probably not thinking in the direction that you are. So when he puts a ring on it, that's courtship. So that we don't just, overshoot or jump the gun and think that
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So many times people think, ladies think, once a guy even introduces you to his family, he might just say, this is Miss this. He doesn't have to put a title on it. And then you just assume, oh, okay, he calls me in the morning, he calls me in the afternoon, he tells me, he asks what I've eaten for the day, how my day went, he's so concerned about me. We just assume we are in courtship. And for the guys, sometimes they feel we're just, spending
just
time together. I enjoy your company, and then we're just spending time together.
Isn't that wickedness? Like, you're stealing my time from, being available to other people. You're calling me up, coming to my house, checking on me and all that. I don't even have time to, have side stuff. And women, we have issues. Men have issues. That we have to find a line. You see this conversation today, we have to find a line and try to agree at what point ladies should sit up and be like, listen, you can't take me for a ride, because
I agree,
we've had very silly situations where a woman should have used her instincts. But love, thing, it weakens you.
Will make you start washing his clothes. Love will make you, spend the night, and he hasn't told you anything. He hasn't defined the relationship, and that's the kind of issues that we as women find ourselves, because we're so in love with the guy, and he hasn't told you anything.
So another issue, he could put a ring on it, and he'll be there for 10 years. So, like people say, is that Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
How can you be engaged to someone for 10 years?
Yeah,
so when is it appropriate for you to say, oh, see, I'm not doing again, like this is over? Because I've waited for you for a particular period of time. You keep giving me excuses, because some women are trapped. That's the issue.
Yeah, some women are trapped, actually.
For me, it's instinct.
There's no way forward, and they're still stuck with the same guy for a very long time.
For me, it's instinct,
How long should the courtship last?
That was in my own peculiar case. And please remember, we did a show on late marriage. I married quite late. I was well over 30 when I married. Okay. So we were not...
being with the same guy...
We knew what we wanted and we went for it.
Being with the same guy for a period of time, even for some people, even 1 year. For me, I'm an advocate of short courtship, because I think with long courtship comes a lot of issues. You're already familiar with each other, and then there are things, and then sometimes you get to relax. It has its pros and cons. Sometimes you become like sisters and your sister and brother. You understand each other very, very well. And then sometimes for me, what I don't get is you see people do courtship for like 5 years, 6 years, and then when they get married, they can't even stand each other for 1 month. That confuses me. I don't even know.
A man's process in life is different from a woman's own. A woman, as far as you are beautiful, you have all the right assets in the right place. You can stand on the road, a man will meet you and be like, yo, what's up, let's do this. But for a man, the male, he has to cultivate. That is, he has to have a job, he has to earn money, he has to try to be responsible, try to go out of being a boy to being a man. So for them, the process is different.
I feel once he pops the question, he's put a ring on it, or in whatever sequence you want, I feel that's the time when you should start making inquiries into his family history, medical history.
Okay. Very important.
Mental illness in their family.
Sickle,
For some cultures, it's very important. Genotype, blood group, things like that. Those are the kind of things. The serious stuff, not, I love you, you're my teddy bear, honey boo.
I am observing you. If I tell you, oh, I need to go and get my groceries, I call you up and I tell you, I expect that you send me money to get it without me asking you.
Because you sent a charge card in the past.
I don't expect you to send me everything. just the consent.
But you don't expect a guy to meet you first week and you start taking your responsibilities.
Look, I don't expect that because I work. I don't need your money.
But you
I
just said
you are committed to me.
I don't agree.
I don't think
I don't agree with
I
sending.
don't think spending guys watch you now. They observe you intentionally. They don't spend, and they want to see how patient you are.
Yes.
If you are
I've heard a lot
if you are
about
with
that.
them for the money, or you are with them because you love them and you want to spend the rest of your life with them.
Bottom line is that, you know, when you start a relationship with a guy, let nature take its course. I mean, don't rush through everything. Don't start naming the
nature
children.
doesn't take us in 10 years. Keeping that in mind.
When I say let nature take its course, I mean that with a reasonable period of time. Do you understand? Just, yeah.
And guys, it's not always about the pressure at home. Sometimes a lady just wants to settle down, start her own family, live happily ever after.